We are here with Mr. V.S. Atem, Deputy to Mr. Thwingaling Muivah, the General Secretary of NSCN-IM. IM stands for the Isaac Muivah faction of NSCN. In the NSCN hierarchy, Mr. Atem is also the Deputy Ato Kilonser, or the Deputy Prime Minister, in what the NSCN calls the Government of People's Republic of Nagalim. Welcome to the print, sir.
Thank you for having me.
Mr. Atem is here to attend civic reception that will be accorded to Mr. Muivah, who is visiting his ancestral village in Ukhrul district in Manipur after over 50 years. Mr. Atem is going to talk to us about a host of issues, including the Indo-Naga peace talks and the future roadmap of the Naga political movement. So Mr. Muivah is visiting Manipur, here, his ancestral home in Ukhrul district, after
Yes.
over 50 years.
Yes.
So what does this signify? Also because it comes at a time when Manipur is passing through a very sensitive, phase where, the state stands segregated on ethnic lines between the two communities, the Metis and the Kukis.
Mhm.
So how do you see this?
As for Mr. Muivah coming back to his village, it goes back to 1973 when he visited his village just for a prayer. He fasted at that very place where now a small prayer center stands. He fasted for 3 days, and just below the prayer center, prayer house, there stands one big tree. If you have a, I don't know if you have this look down towards that the tree. It is a cave. He spent 3 nights there, and in the daytime he comes up. He used to come up there on the top of the hill, and he prayed there. And after that, he went away again to his people. This about the ethnic this conflict between the Metis and the Kukis. The Kukis, it is the making of the government of India. Right from the very beginning, even the Britishers, they used the Kukis against the Nagas. That is why Haibu Chatonang, he felt very, very unhappy with the British policy. And he said, these people were brought, he meant Kukis, were brought by those white people as porters, coolies. And they found those people to be capable of handling guns. So they were trained in how the warfare should be fought. They were trained, and then they were allowed to go back home on condition that they would be called back for any other duties, and they should not fail to respond, for which they would be exempted of the house taxes. And that is how cookies were used. But unfortunately, in 1917, when there was this war in Europe, the Second World War, the British mobilized the villagers, the Naga villagers, as well as the Kukis. The Kukis refused, whereas the Nagas, 2,000 of the Naga hill tribesmen, they volunteered, and they were taken to France. But when the Cookies revolted, instead of revolting against the British government, they took on the Nagas. And many villages were completely destroyed. Hundreds of people were killed. That is why Chatonang said, the white people are the evils. He did not blame the Cookies, but he blamed the British, and that is why he was hanged. That is it. So the Indian government has picked up the same policy, and the Cookies were used against the Nagas from the very beginning of the Naga national resistant movement.
So the Nagas, they are the third dominant tribe in Manipur of the Meiteis, Cookies, and they have not refrained from taking side in this conflict. They have stayed neutral from the very beginning. So what is the Naga stand? How do the Nagas see the ethnic conflict that started in the state in May 2023?
In the past, Meiteis and Cookies were together. They were together, they were helping each other. They were promoting each other in order to fight with the Nagas. But in due time, what makes them turn their heads on each other? We don't know. Against each other, we don't know. So we have no any interest in aligning with any of them and to go against the other. No.
But what, according to you, can be a probable solution?
They would know. They would know the solution.
So Mr. Muivah's address in Ukhrul on October 22nd, which was delivered by you on his behalf, had a very strong political message. His message, and I'm reading from his message, it said that India, having lost its political will to implement the letter and spirit of the framework agreement, is deliberately forcing Nagalim into the battlefield through betrayals and provocative divide and rule stratagem. So it's been 10 years since the framework agreement was signed between the government of India, led by Prime Minister Narendra Modi, and the NSCN-IM. The peace talks have not made much headway. So how do you see it?
You should ask the government. You should ask the government of India. Nagas are prepared for anything.
What is the future of framework agreement?
Yes, that is what I say. You ask the government of India. Why the government of India is not willing to abide by this letter and spirit of the framework agreement? They have the government of India had recognized the uniqueness of Naga history. What do they mean by the uniqueness of Naga history? They have also recognized the uniqueness of political situation of the Nagas. What do they mean by that? We have explained everything. Government of India, when it was born on 15th of August 1947, Nagas had already declared their national independence 1 day ahead of them. It is sheer forcible occupation of the Naga country with use of military force. From 1946, after the formation of the Naga National Council, till 1955, March, Nagas did not raise even their finger against Indian government. We were trying our best to settle the issue amicably through negotiation. We went to Delhi again and again. Our leaders went to Delhi again and again. On one occasion, the leader, Mr. Fiso himself, was jailed at Calcutta. You know? This much Nagas had been insulted, humiliated by the government of India. Still then, our leaders told the people, please hold yourself. don't raise your hand. Because once Nagas start raising their hands, it will be chopping the heads off. We had hardly any rifles. Nagas were used to dows and spears and arrows. So we knowing the consequences of this, Naga leaders used to tell the people to hold themselves. Because the issue is a political issue, it should be resolved amicably. We did not initiate this violent conflict. But from 1953 onward, the government of India was attacking every village. Some of one village in 1954, 14th of November, one Impang village in Tuensang was totally wiped out. All the male folks were done to death. And that's how the Naga people started crying. How long? How long are we Nagas going to talk with the tigers like a beast? This government of India, the soldiers are armed with the British martial law. So they feel themselves quite safe. Naga villages were set ablaze. Women folks were molested and raped in front of their parents, in front of their husbands. Still, our people were holding against themselves. No?
So the NSCN-IM leadership has time and again reiterated that a separate flag and a separate constitution are non-negotiables.
Because we are a separate nation. We are a separate nation.
Yeah, but the
Indian Union as it is today, every people have voluntarily joined the Indian Union. When the British decided to leave India, they said, Hindu majority will become India. Muslim majority will become Pakistan. The rest, 565 princely states, which remain under the suzerainty of British, they have to decide whether they would like to join Pakistan or they would like to join India. None except Nizam of Hyderabad. He took his stand. But he was overpowered because majority of the public people were Hindus.
But what I am asking is that, while the NSCN top leadership has reiterated these two things, that separate flag and constitutions are non-negotiable, the government of India has refused to agree to it.
Whether government of India refuse to accept or they agree to accept, it doesn't matter. We have the right. We have the right. Government of India has recognized the uniqueness of Naga history, meaning Nagas have not joined the Indian Union. So, moreover, we have declared our independence on 14th of August, one day ahead of India. We have the legal right. We have the legal right. And that is why we state, our position is clear. Our history is unique. Our political situation is also unique. We did not initiate the violence. Government of India has forced upon the Nagas all this violence.
But what I also wanted to ask was that, this roadblock, does it threaten to derail the Indo-Naga peace talk?
Government of India, if they don't want solution, peaceful solution, then they have to derail it. But it is not an NSN. We have been waiting for 10 years. Just imagine. It is now 28 years since the ceasefire was signed. But the Indians, the government of India, has not realized the implications of all this. Internationally, do the Indian leaders have the face to tell the world that there is nothing wrong? Well, the negotiation has been going on for the last 28 years. And even after signing the framework agreement, it is already 10 years. Whereas in the agreement it is written, within this principle of the framework agreement, details and execution plan would be worked out to be implemented shortly. What is this?
So both the Amsterdam Convention and the Framework Agreement of 2015 also talked about shared sovereignty.
Yes.
So, what does this shared sovereignty mean? How does NSCN-IM defines the shared sovereignty?
After the proposal from the government of India, we received on the principle of this shared sovereignty. We have studied how this shared sovereignty was being practiced in the world. There are many states with the United States of America in the Caribbean island, which has shared sovereignty. They have their own sovereignty, but for the purpose of defense and economy, they are dependent on the United States of America. And by that, United States of America has also they also gains politically in the Caribbean island. That is it. And even in Europe, there are more than 20 independent countries, sovereign countries. They have decided to work together. They have discarded their boundary. Technically, boundary is there, state's border is there, but they did not do now as they did in the past. Even passport, they do not say their passport must be respected. No. Schengen states, when we take visa from one country, we can go to all the Schengen states. And in the matter of economy,
Schengen visa, you mean?
Schengen, yeah. And this in the matter of economy, their concern is the poorest must be lifted as much as possible, because trouble starts always from this. So now in the states within the European Union, they are all happy. Take the poorest country, Poland, Greece. All these people are now stable economically.
But India has said that, in August 2019, they had abrogated Article 370 from Jammu and Kashmir, which had given it special status.
But Jammu Kashmir, whether they were given special status or not, they have agreed to be part of the Indian Union.
Yeah, but the government is saying that it's unlikely, having abrogated Article 370 from Jammu and Kashmir, it's unlikely that they would agree to, the demands of the NSCN-IM, because if they do that, that's likely to stir a hornet's nest.
No.
In other parts.
There is no comparison between Kashmir and this Nagalim. Naga case is quite different. When Nagas have not acceded to be part of the Indian Union, it must be sheer invasion, forcible occupation of the Naga country by India.
I'm again asking you, so in such a scenario, where we are right now, where talks have hit a roadblock, How do you see the future of this peace talk? What is the future roadmap?
Peace can be made only when the two put out their hand to shake each other. Only one hand will not shake. And or unilaterally, it cannot be it cannot make peace. If there is to be peace, peace is made with not friends. Peace is made with enemy. No. So if India wants that India should live at peace with the Nagas, then Nagas are ready.
But if the government of India were to, offer political, administrative, and financial autonomy to the NSCN-IM under Article 6 on the lines of Bodo Territorial Council, would it be acceptable?
No. That's not acceptable.
Why?
No. I have said politically Nagas are independent.
Mr. Muivah, in his Ukhrul address, also spoke about being prepared to face any challenges or eventualities in the battlefield and the negotiating table. He had earlier also said that the community was ready to take up arm again, like the pre 1997 before the ceasefire. But do you think that in this day and age, this is practical? I mean, would the Naga, especially the youths, agree to it?
Militarily, from strength point of view, from materials point of view, Nagas are not are no comparison to India. But just look back to 1940s, 50s. Nagas were almost naked. Majority. We were totally in darkness. But still, in 1960s, Nehru was in a hurry to make peace with the Nagas. But he could not do. Still then, after his demise, ceasefire came between the government of India and the federal government of Nagaland. And at the Prime Minister level, talks were held. 6 rounds of talks were there. So, government of India has also its own limitations. It may be very strong, it may be very big. But it has also its own limitation. Nagas are weak, Nagas are small, but Nagas are not, Nagas will not just bow down.
So there are also differences in position among the different Naga political and civil society groups, like the Naga National Political Group, when it comes to separate flag, agreeing to a separate flag and separate constitution. So doesn't that kind of weaken your position?
Is Indian government has been working tirelessly to keep the Nagas divided. And yes, they have won over quite a good number of these groups. Even one person can form a faction.
Yeah, many of the still the groups from NSCN-IM only.
Still, the government of India will give recognition, and they will be funded. So that is.
But then that's what I'm asking. That doesn't that weaken your position when different Naga groups?
Government of India may be able to buy off many people, but not all.
So if you have to list 3 main areas of differences with government of India, what will that be? I mean, in this whole Naga political issue. and the peace talks that's happening with the government?
The best for the government of India is recognize the sovereign independence of Nagaland. Then Nagas are prepared. Nagas are prepared to go as much as possible close with the government of India. Because we also know our own limitation. So it is for both this visual benefit to make peace with each other. But at the cost of our own right.
So there is no middle ground where the government of India and NSCN-IM can meet?
We have made the agreement, framework agreement, that is the middle ground. That is the middle ground. Good number of Naga people are crying, you have compromised our sovereignty. Why shared our sovereignty with the Indian? But we feel that it is in our best wisdom to live at peace with India.
So, Mr. Muivah's visit to Manipur has also generated a lot of hope because, Mr. Muivah is seen as the face of the movement. He was a chief political negotiator with the government of India. So, do you think that his visit is kind of, will help in restarting the whole peace talk with the government? What does his, like I asked you initially, what does his visit signify? Does it give hope? Because I was talking to a lot of these Nagas while I was traveling in the town. So many of them say, and many of the youngsters who have not even seen him, they will be seeing him tomorrow for the first time. So they are saying that it gives them a lot of hope. So how do you see it? How would you to comment on that?
Yes. It is giving a rich dividend to the national movement. Indian government should not take NSN as the enemy. Mr. Muivah has stated again and again, we are prepared to come as close as possible, but respect our history. Then we will also respect your history 10 times more. That's it.
But if on certain points the government is not agreeing, so and how long can the talks drag on?
The government of India has recognized our sovereignty. Then why they should not? Why they should say we cannot give flag and constitution? Why? A sovereign people without their national flag, a sovereign people without their sovereign constitution. Is it imaginable? No human conscience would accept that kind of insult, in fact. But we are holding against our own conscience for the sake of peace. The government of India need to understand this.
One last question, sir. So the Naga political leadership in the state, in Nagaland, now NDPP has merged and is part of NPA. So they have taken a very different stand. In the floor of the House, Nagaland MLAs have said that, they are against a separate flag and separate constitution. And so within the state,
because they have given their allegiance to the Constitution of India, so they will naturally speak.
Also, a section of them say that how NSCN over the years, basically, they have indulged in extortion and tax collection, and that has also created a lot of frustration and disappointment.
Tax collection cannot be termed as extortion. Government of India must accept that they have created tens of factions. And they want these factions to indulge in extortion. So that Naga people should revolt. That's it. But let the government of India do it. We'll see.
Thank you so much, sir, for talking to us. Let's hope that finally the Naga peace talks gets closure, the political settlement comes around, and Mr. Muivah's visit to Manipur, let's hope that it will give a fresh impetus to the peace talks.
We have been, you see, we have been waiting for the government of India to realize its mistake in dealing with the Nagas. The present attitude of the government of India's leadership will not help the Indians to reap the benefit of engaging with the Nagas. We are small, we are just like fleas before an elephant. But even the fleas can make the elephant suffer.
So what will be your final message to the government of India?
Government of India, the sooner the better solve the problem.
They should not let it fester.
Yes. At this rate, many will run out of patience.
Thank you so much, sir, for talking to me.
Welcome.